So, good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Easter Monday to all of you guys. And hopefully it's been a good day for you. Like lovely, beautiful sunshine over Andalusia today, 27.5 degrees right now. Suave settings. We're going to need it because we're going to go through some of the biggest load of rubbish I've ever heard. And not just from this manager, because I am going to go through his post-match press conference. You thought the pre-match press conference was bad. You ain't seen nothing yet. And we're going to go through the culture consultants that Arsenal have signed. Culture, that buzzword that's been used by Mikel Arteta for 2.5 years. The buzzword that has been used by the puppet journos that sit in the press conferences asking pointless questions, but telling you and I and every other Arsenal fan across the globe that the culture has changed under Mikel Arteta. Yeah, okay. Really? Okay, cool. And we're going to go through some other bits and pieces as well. For everybody asking if Rance is coming today, no, that is going to be tomorrow now. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be the same time tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Well, 10 past 4. 10 past 4 tomorrow. So yeah, that show's been rescheduled for tomorrow. I am on with Goonie at 7 p.m. UK time on his channel tonight. No Henry Wright tonight. He's got other things that he can't get on the show tonight. So just the show with Goonie tonight. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Big up to everybody who subscribed to the channel. We're over 68k, so big up to everyone. And big up to everyone who slapped a like on the video as well. If you haven't, then do so now. There's 350 watching inside seconds. So yeah, make sure you are hitting the likes. Let's see if we can get this to 1,000 likes by the end of the stream. But let's go start at the beginning. David Ornstein, PR puppet #1, has tweeted out, exclusive. Arsenal hire external consultants to improve culture at the club. London firm People Made conducting a top to bottom cultural review called The Arsenal Way in a bid to connect with the history and values amid acceptance that it has faded. It's then got a link for The Athletic, which you have to subscribe to and you have to pay, which I just refuse to give them any money. So we're not doing that. But this story has come off of the back of 3 straight losses. This story has come after 2.5 years of everyone saying, but he's changing the culture. The culture's changed. If you can't see what Mikel Arteta's doing at the club, then you can F off down the lane, mate. You know, if you can't see that the culture's changed, then I don't know what you're watching. We're more compact. We're better defensively. We've got a style of play. The players look like they're playing for the manager. They're all on the same page. You know, we're building for the future. We've got the youngest squad in the league. Got the youngest manager. He's got nice drip. He Prada Pep. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. If you can't see what he's doing, then you've got an agenda. Okay. So how comes 2.5 years later, we are now hiring, which means we're paying a company called People Made to help improve the culture at the club and bring back the history and values of the football club. How comes we're doing that when this has been 2.5 years in the making? So is this an acceptance that either one, it was a complete load of rubbish and that he was never changing the culture, which we knew anyway, I knew, loads of you guys knew, or is this an acceptance that actually he's failed on that as well because the culture's not changed? Because it's funny, because when people sit and say, oh, the culture's changed. Okay, really? Eddie Nketiah cupping his ear to no one in the crowd to equalise in the 96th minute against Fulham, who were already relegated. That's a culture change. Alexander Lacazette, 95th minute equaliser at home to Palace, jumping in the crowd. Culture change. Really? Removing all of the photographic evidence that we won a league title back in 2004 for around the area inside the stadium and Colney, because it's too much pressure on the players. We did that at the back end of last year, by the way. For those that don't know, we actually removed all of the invincible stuff out of Colney and I believe the Emirates as well inside the ground. because it was too much pressure on this young squad. So that's a culture change. Yeah, that's culture change. Okay, cool. Cool. Bottling it to Brighton again. And Palace. Southampton hadn't scored a goal in however long, 6 games or something. They hadn't won a game for God knows how long, 8 games. Culture change. Brighton had scored 1 goal in 7 or 8 games. Lost to them. Culture change. Come to the Emirates, bag a couple of goals. Cool. Okay. This has all been a culture change according to James Benge, Charles Watts, Chris Wheatley, Ornstein. Them 4 people, stop listening to them, because all 4 of them are a massive issue at this football club. Every single one of them 4 I've just named, plus a few others. But they are the main faces of Arsenal media in terms of they go and sit in front of the manager and they put out their posts and their tweets and their stupid articles in their dead newspapers. And they have hundreds of thousands, millions probably between them of followers. And they are seen as the best Arsenal source for news and inside information at the club. Well, let me tell you something. Breaking news. They're only there because the club want them to peddle out the club narrative. They're not there because they're journalists. They're actually not journalists. Let's be real here. A journalist is actually supposed to do investigational work. That's how I see a journalist. They're actually supposed to challenge the manager of our football club. If it's a sport journalist, you have to ask some tricky questions. When they give you the answer, you then quiz them back and challenge them on their question. You don't just sit there and go, oh, okay, thank you, Mikel. Oh, do you have another question, Charles? Yeah, about Balogun. Yeah, that is not journalism. That is just sitting there like a little puppet on a string, being dictated to by the bosses that are indirectly your bosses, because they're not actually probably getting paid by the football club. They're being paid by the company that they represent. But the only reason these people are in the press conferences in the first place is because the football clubs these days have realized very quickly that they can use people like that do have hundreds of thousands of followers and blue ticks and are seen as level-headed, probably not even football fans, let's be real. And if they are, I very highly doubt that these people support Arsenal Football Club. But you never know. You never actually know. But the football club realized very quickly that you can use people like this to get the club narrative out to the masses across the globe. So what we'll do, Mr. Ornstein, is we'll give you the exclusive with Josh. Be excited. I say be excited. We'll give you the exclusive for that if you peddle out all of this about the club. Very smart. Very, very smart. I'll give another example. Do you remember when Gabriel Martinelli came back from his injury? Not December gone. Actually, maybe it was December gone. I can't remember, but it'd been out for quite a while. And Wheatley put out a post, a little video on his Twitter of Gabriel Martinelli slapping one top bins. Oh my God, he's training him up to be a striker. Martinelli, his new secret role exposed. Rubbish like that. So then off of the back of that, everyone's jumped on board to that and gone, actually, I can see why Martinelli's not been playing, because Mikel Arteta, the genius that is, has trained him and training him to be the striker that we're missing, because we're not really doing it with Lacazette or Aubameyang. So they're training Martinelli up. How many times has Martinelli played striker since? Does anyone know? Maybe twice in maybe, 20 appearances since then? So there's one example just off of the top of my head of complete and utter PR crap. So the fact that they've spent these people 2.5 years peddling this culture change, I think it's about time a lot of people woke up, because there is no culture change, right? There is no building blocks. You know, people are making out that this is revolutionary what Mikel Arteta is doing. Oh my God, he's clearing out all the dead wood. Like no other football club gets rid of players. It's only Arsenal that are doing this, apparently. The way it's been built. Oh, he inherited a mess. Oh, really? Okay. What did Patrick Vieira inherit then? Oh, yeah. 7 players. That's it. They didn't even have a team. 7 players. 7 players. That is inheriting a mess. Not a team that had bagged 70-odd goals the season before, with a Golden Boot winner, another striker who now can't score in a brothel, but had scored. I think he had 20-odd goal contributions that season. just come from a Europa League final, finished 5th, but he inherited a mess, this manager. The way the PR has been peddled by these 4 in particular is a disgrace. Yeah, but most people on the planet are thick. Yeah, so they'll suck into that. Oh my God, yes, it's amazing. They didn't see Wenger in his prime because they probably weren't old enough to see us actually play proper football. They didn't see George Graham before that because they weren't born. And they've seen the back end of Wenger, but support the club because maybe they were about 7 or 8 when we hit the Champions League final. I don't know. And then fast forward 15, 20 years. Then all of a sudden it's now, oh, the culture's changing because they didn't like Unai Emery. And it's kind of funny, actually, because most people that rate Arteta were the ones that were saying, keep Wenger. And they were also the same people that were saying, get rid of Emery from pretty early. So kind of funny that, isn't it? Really funny that we employ a guy that was the club captain when we beat Hull City and ended the trophy drought. And all of a sudden, the Wenger lovers that wanted to keep him until he was 6 foot under, now all of a sudden are in love with Mikel Arteta, and Emery left a mess. And then they've peddled that for 2.5 years. It's disgusting. Now add on top of that, the likes of Ray Parlour, Ian Wright, Martin Keown, Lee Dixon. I could carry on. I could name another 10 that are all coming out in the media with their PR about this manager. These are players, them 4 in particular, that have won the highest honours, the major honours with Arsenal Football Club. And all of a sudden, they now suddenly don't care about winning anymore, even though it was drummed into them players from early when they signed for that football club. When they signed for us, it was drummed into their head. We're here to do our best and we're here to win. And we don't go out without a fight. Yeah, and you go out there, you give your all. And if we lose, at least we've had a flipping go at it. Yeah, so how is it? Them 4 players in particular, one of them was sitting arguing with Piers Morgan the other day, who actually owns 5 season tickets at Arsenal, probably costing the best part of about 15 to 20 grand because they're not with the regular fan. They're in the posher seats. How is it he's sitting there telling him to keep his mouth shut and you should do this and you're a problem and you're this and no disrespect to Lee Dixon. Yeah, great right back in an era that I enjoyed watching my football club. To have the audacity to tell somebody who spends 15 grand upwards to go and watch that every week that he should keep his mouth zipped. No disrespect, mate. Without fans, you wouldn't have been paid for the football you were kicking anyway, mate. You know, I've seen Righty gets wheeled out every week. Woohoo! Let's get Righty out here. Let's wheel out some more retro merch. Tweeting Cronky out before. Really? Okay. How comes you're wheeling out the merch then? The thing is with a lot of these ex-players is they weren't paid the riches that these players have got paid in this era. So a lot of them may not be well off. They may want the money, need the money, which I understand. Listen, it must be very upsetting for some of these people. I'm not saying that's the case with the ones I've just mentioned. It must be very annoying and upsetting to see some of the footballers that are playing now that they're lucky they're nicking a career. Some of these people, the Harry Maguires and Ben Whites of this world, are still in a living. So it must be kind of upsetting for some of these players that were actually extremely good players, yeah, and really, really good and winning trophies and stuff like that, to actually sit knowing what they were getting paid and think, how the hell is he getting paid 10 times more than me? Yeah, or 15 times more than me, or even 5 times. It must drive them mad, some of these people. So I understand that they want to go and do their media work. They want to go and do the let's drop the merch. Yeah, but say it as it is, people. These are people that have played for the football club when it did have history, culture, tradition. And now they're sitting there selling themselves out for a few quid. It's actually insane. Then you have all the top gooners that have never been to a football ground in their life, let alone the Emirates or Highbury. So they sit online, propaganda, because it makes them feel part of the club a little bit more than the average fan that can go, which is why they peddle all this crap. And the reason I know that is because a lot of you guys that watch my streams have told me that's how you feel. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But don't be sitting there trying to think that you speak for me. And then when I sit there and I say what I'm saying, I'm the issue. How about shut your mouth? Yeah, because if I ask any of these people questions pre-Arsene Wenger, they're muted. They ain't got a Scooby about this football club. They come along in the last decade of Wenger's lying excuses and fraudulent behaviour at times. Oh, well, there was no one available. Yeah, well, they ain't if you don't bid for them, mate. And they've sat there only supporting Arsenal because we were one of the best. Then we've gone through a decade of being crap under him. And now it's continued. And now we've got Mikel Arteta. So it's, oh, but Wenger, but look at what he done. Oh, yes. Oh, big Papa Wengs. These people are all a massive issue at this football club. But they're the ones that have the biggest followings. You know, the ex-players will have the adulation from the majority of the fan base. These ones that have the biggest accounts on social media have got there through being super toxic positive. Yeah, they don't sit there and talk about the history of our football club. They don't sit there and talk about the traditions of our club. They don't talk about anything pre-Wenger because they ain't got a clue about it. They don't bother to educate themselves on it. And then they sit out there going, oh, it's a culture change. Oh, non-negotiables. Really? How comes we're hiring a team to sort out the culture at the club then? Yeah, how are we doing? Why are we spending money? Let's not forget, by the way, this classy football club apparently, sacked pretty much all of its scouts. It sacked a load of staff. And now we're going and hiring, probably at top dollar, more than we were paying them staff, by the way, and scouts, probably paying more out to get a consultancy company to come in and do a thorough top to bottom of the football club to find out where it's all gone wrong with the culture and the history. Turn it in. Go and ask Jez to be the consultant, mate. Go and ask Kenny to do it. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you could start with sacking the club photographer. That'd be a good start because he's been there 20 odd years. That guy should know better. Yeah, sitting there the other day saying, oh, well, these players are going to be really good players in the next 5 to 7 years. And if we don't get top 4, then we go again. Yeah, and we've got to be patient. Get out of here, man. Sack him. Get out of here. Sack the manager while you're there as well. Then sack Vinay. Sack Edu. Yeah, you don't need to go down this route of consultancy. Go and actually learn. And if Josh ever stumbles across this, then maybe go and learn the history of the football club yourself. Because I'll tell you something, mate, you came out yourself, Josh, and said you want to really get involved with the fans. Where have you been then? I invited you on the channel about 6 months ago. I'm still waiting. Where are you, mate? Yeah, we've got over 1,100 people watching this. Let's say half of them are Arsenal fans. There's 500 you could get to know. Yeah, these people are clowns. Absolutely clowns. Yeah, I swear to God. Removed all invincible photos. It's actually mad. No wonder there's a lack of ambition. Fact. Bro, that's not even, I'm not even making that up. They did that in November or December last year. You know, because it was too much pressure on this young squad. Yeah, it was a young squad by design. It's pathetic. Eric Ten Hag has been confirmed by Fabrizio. Good luck to him. Massively overrated. Good luck to him. Anyway, big up to Jez. Make sure you subscribe to Jez's channel. It's in the description, I believe. I think I put it in there last night. Big up to Gillespie Road, 17-month member today. Danny Mills said in the Metro that players should ignore Arteta's tactics. The problem is that Arteta bins anyone who's dared to have their own opinion, like Aubameyang, Maitland-Niles, Doozy. Exactly. Danny Mills is just a clown. He's probably still crying because Henri nutmegged him all them years ago and he cried to the linesman. Who's overrated, says Kiefer? I don't know how to say your name. Ten Hag, massively overrated. Massively overrated. But anyway, let's read some of these super chats. Thank you to everyone who is watching. Anyone who's joined late, Rants, it's going to be tomorrow, the show with Rants on here. But do pepper the likes up. We're going to go through this fraudulent manager's press conference from after the game as well. Brace yourselves. Get yourself a strong drink because that's even funnier. Cheers, guys. Big up to all the haters watching as well, because I know you all sit and watch, so thank you very much. Big up to Del Boy with the membership as well. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, my guy. And we move to the super chats. Babyface Gunner, yes. Had a nice little shave today. I've been sat out in the patio. 27.5 degrees, man. Tan game coming on strong. Big up to you, Abdul. Appreciate the love. Big up to Mirza. Martinelli to go to Liverpool. Will you clap him, bro? Anyone who leaves this football club to go to a club that's actually got ambition on winning stuff, good luck to him, because that is actually the aim of elite sport, is to win the major honour, not to sit and go, fourth. And what's funny is when people go, oh, well, we weren't expected to get fourth. Weren't expected to get fourth, no? Oh, really? Funny that, because your manager sat in a press conference the other day and said that he don't want fourth, he wants third, second, or first. He said it last week. Yeah, so your manager wanted better than fourth. So don't be sitting there lowering the standards even more, you clapped fan base. Raise the standards and stop chatting absolute breeze to be liked by strangers on the internet that haven't got a single clue who you are. It is clapped. Big up to Nathan. Same culture change that finished 8th twice. Holding state saying that we don't aspire to be like Chelsea. Eddie cupping his ears to an empty stadium at drawing against Fulham. Yeah, massive change. I forgot about that, about Rob Holding. Yes, we don't aspire to be like the team that have got to 6 out of the 7 cup finals available in the last 15 months. By the way, well done to them. That's a proper football club. Oh, but they fought their way there. Remind me how much we spent again? Remind me how much of that was on defenders that are going to concede more than we did last season. Big up to you, Nathan. Appreciate that, my guy. Big up to True Gunners TV as well. Make sure you subscribe to Brandon's channel. Make sure you subscribe to Del Boy's channel as well. Del Boy Gunner TV. Big up Del Boy. And culture change, do me a favour. I thought Arteta would at least bring that winning mentality from City. But it's been proven he's like the fan base. He's a loser. He is a loser. You wait till you hear some of the stuff he said in this press conference I'm going to read out in a minute. Absolutely insane, bro. Arteta should apply for burger to clean toilets. What do you mean, burger to clean toilets? Anyway, listen, just give him a mop and get him in the toilet and tell him to clean. Thank you for that, SG. Big up to... Very nearly caught me out, my friend. Very nearly caught me out. Experienced streamer, bro. Very nearly. Shout out to my son, Jack, who's watching you. Big up to your son, Jack. You're a joker. You're a lot of funny, man. Big up to you guys, man. And big up to everybody who is watching. Make sure you subscribe to Del Boy, like I said. Make sure you subscribe to everyone in this chat that has a channel. Big up to Alan as well with the membership as well. Big up to you, buddy. Appreciate the love. Big up to everyone putting comments in as well. Raise the standards, says DS Electronics. Exactly. Raise the standards, mate. I'm sick of the knobheads running this club. This is the thing, though, Del Boy, right? And I'm glad you've brought this up, because now all of a sudden everyone's talking about Stan Kroenke again. When we were sat fourth with 3 games in hand, I didn't hear a peep out of these people. In fact, I've not heard a peep out of these people since the Everton game about Stan Kroenke. This lot had the chance when Josh Kroenke was there against Chelsea, second game of the season, to actually go and protest. Turkish was involved in that, yeah, wanted to get it done. But instead, it's like, oh, back at my second home, full capacity for the first time in 2 years. Oh, look at me. You don't work at the Emirates, mate, so it ain't your second home. Yeah, you don't work there. Your second home is your workplace. Yeah, you spend more time at your workplace than you do at the Emirates. So stop chatting like you're some, oh, it's my second home. No, it's not. Are they going to let you in to sleep there tonight? They're not, are they? So stop chatting rubbish. Sounds good, though, doesn't it, to other top gooners? Absolute weirdos, this fan base, man. Weirdos. But there we go. What do I know? I'm negative. Really? Your manager said the aim is to finish first, second, or third. Don't know about third or second, but at least he mentioned first. But there we go. We wasn't expected to finish top 4. Big up to Cheeky for the donation. It's very sad that Arsenal's ex-players that had winning mentality instilled into them all those years ago now just don't give an F anymore. Also, trivia question. Who was the first African nation to the Elite 8 of World Cup? Cameroon. Cameroon? That's my guess. Cameroon, my bro. And thank you for the love as always. I hope you're well, man. I hope life's treating you good. Big up to Tony McGuinness. Love your channel. Don't let the trolls get to you. Bro, I don't care about the trolls. Yeah, when we beat Aston Villa, I lost nearly 200 subs. Yeah. Since then, I've gained over 1,000. Do you know what I mean? People sit there saying, oh, your views have gone down. Your subs are going down. My views had gone down to 600 and something thousand that month because I hardly worked. I had 6 days off in February, the shortest month. I didn't even do a watch along one of the games. Brandon did it. Then I had 5 other days off. You know, people are funny, man. Then last month, I think I only uploaded 1 video a day for maybe just over 1/3 of the month, whereas I normally do 2. But I'm trying to chill a little bit more, man. So yeah, obviously, if I'm not doing 2 videos a day, the views are going to be a little bit less, aren't they? Rocket science. There we go. It's mad. But just for the record, my views are over 650,000 this month. Yeah, because I'm now working and doing longer streams instead of little 20, half an hour streams or 10-minute uploads. Some people are funny, man. Proper funny. Big up to Demetrius, and thank you for the donation, my friend. I remember as a child in the late 90s, early noughties, when the culture was winning. None of this propaganda. LT, LeGrove, AFC staff, Timmons, Daily AFC, now.Arsenal, Evan Cooper, Sam FP Arsenal. See you next Tuesdays, all of them. Bruv, total up how many games they've ever been to. Total up how many games they've been to. Now add up their age. Yeah, it's actually insane. Yeah, all of them have got hundreds of thousands of followers, yeah? And if you total up how many games they've been to between them all, it's probably less than half of you lot in the chat. Yeah, that actually know about your football club. These people are only there to get their Twitter followings up so then they can sell moody football shirts to their followers. Like now.Arsenal, who set his shop up again under a different name, by the way. I'll have to remember the name so I can expose him again on the next Muppet Social show. But they don't have a clue about the football club, mate. One of them actually that LT actually had a YouTube channel. The geezer's got probably, what, 200,000 followers? Why couldn't he get more than 600 subs? Why did he delete his channel? The day that I set up the first Muppet Twitter show, he deleted every video off his channel real quick. All of a sudden, they were all blocking me the first Muppet Twitter show. That was funny. Yeah, they were literally ping, ping, block, 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 block. Yeah, because they know that I've got their number, mate. I've got them on strings, the lot of them. Yeah, none of these people have a Scooby-Doo what time it is. Big up to you, Demetrius, man. Love always. Big up to my guy. Big up, Lee. Mate, speaking major facts today. I speak major facts every day about this football club. The fact and reality is, mate, this club has been in the gutter. And the ex-players that are peddling this crap, all of them puppets that sit in the and pose as journalists when really they're not. They're just puppets. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, a journalist is supposed to do investigational work. They're supposed to challenge the person they're speaking to. They're supposed to get information out of that person, not sit there with the communications guy saying, "Oh no, Charles, you can't answer that. Have you got another question, Charles?" You know, because as soon as they do actually try and question them, they're shut down. Yeah, but they don't want to leave that little job, that cushy little number they've got there where the club invite them in. Yeah, because they won't get the exclusive like he got with Thomas Partey or like Ornstein got with Josh Kroenke interview. Do you know what I mean? It's a shambles. And the thing is, it's not going to change anytime soon. The only way it changes is if this fan base stop listening to all them accounts a minute ago that I just read out. Stop listening to these ex-players that have got an invested interest because they either work for the football club or have a friend that works for the football club or want to work for the football club. And stop listening to these journalists that are not journalists, they're puppets, because they probably don't even support Arsenal. They're only there for the perks. It's as simple as that. It is ridiculous. But they're seen as the level-headed Arsenal fans. No, level-headed is just another term for want to brush everything under the carpet and be super toxic positive. Yeah, because they don't know nothing about this football club. Yeah, it's a shambles. Absolutely disgusting. But there we go. Thank God there's channels like this, eh? Because I'm not the only one out there. Do you think Liverpool will win the 4? I hope not. I don't think they'll win the 4. I do actually think Chelsea will win the FA Cup. 3 FA Cup finals in a row, by the way. Happy Monday, guys. I don't think they'll win the Champions League either. Just got a feeling. But listen, good luck to them. If they win all 4, mate, well done to them. Honestly, well done to them. Yeah, because when we played them, our squad on that day, compared to their squad on that day, was about 60 million difference. They got a proper manager and look at their team. Yeah, it's mad. But big up to you, Jamie. I hope you're well, my guy. I hope you're well, buddy. Big up to the boss. The boss. Maybe you should be the boss. Big up, Lee. Happy Ramzan. Or is that Ramadan or Ramzan, bro? I don't know. But big up to you anyway. And big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to all of you lot. Big up to Tony McGuinness for the donation as well. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Put a comment in there, mate. I would have read it, but thank you very much. Appreciate it so much, mate. Big up to Rafael Santos as well. Culture change. And then you have Xhaka crying about, oh, you don't know how tough it is. Oh, you don't know what goes on in our personal lives. We don't care. You're paid to perform, mate, and you're paid a stupid, obscene amount of money to do the business on the football pitch. I genuinely don't care if your old girl is slapping you around behind closed doors, mate. I do not care. Yeah, I do not care. Yeah, you get paid to play for my football club. Play better or leave. You wanted to anyway, so why don't you just leave? Big up to Lee and Curtis for sticking to Arteta out, even after the run and after all the abuse you receive. Also, both of you said White and Tommy Asu are average. Ben White's crap. Can I just say as well, did you see Ben White at the weekend? Did you see how poor he was for the goal? Man was doing up ballerina for that goal, that Bednarek goal. Ballerina settings. Yeah, the guy is useless. Did you see it when Shane Long teased him and flicked the ball around him and he wiped him out? The guy is not good. I told every single person before the opening day of the season or the opening game he played, the first time he makes a mistake, I'm calling him Benjamin Shite all season. And it took one game, the first game he played. Yeah, and since then, go and have a look at the Nottingham Forest goal. Yeah, because he's looking at Rob Holding getting sucked into that side when he's already looked and seen Cedric getting overtaken by Graben. But instead of going over to that side, he goes over to that side. Against Crystal Palace, Mateta is stood right next to him. It's his man. Yeah, you get taught from 4, goal side. Instead, he's like, oh, the ball's coming. What do I do now? Well, maybe if you watch football, my friend, you'd know. So, yeah, he's not good. And Tommy Asu, there's something wrong with that guy, bruv. Yeah, 3 months with a calf injury. All right, mate. Yeah, all right. And I told you, he's average. He ain't that good. Yeah, but because he wins headers, nobody cares. The guy don't overlap. He's the only fullback in world football that don't overlap his winger. It's actually mad. But it's not Bellerin, is it? So, oh no, but people love Bellerin. Oh, give him the captain's armband. Clapped fan base. Yeah, Bellerin is going to end up with a better record defensively last season playing for us than this guy this season. Mad, isn't it? Big up to Isco. Big up to you, my friend. We can't raise the standards that we don't have. Yeah, our fans have killed the standards, mate, by accepting Wenger for 10 years too long and accepting this manager. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, why second or third? Win the title? Because this manager is a clown. That's why. Was it Cameroon? See, look, I was right. See, I know my football. My ball knowledge is in the gutter, apparently, but it was Cameroon. See, I know my stuff. See, I know. What do you think about Ten Hag? Massively overrated. I was born in 2003, says TRG. Yeah, I have higher standards than most of these top gooners because I took time to learn about the club, thanks to you and Jez. Thank you very much, mate. Listen, at the end of the day, it's all about learning the history of your football club. Surely, if you want to support a football club, you want to know everything about it or as much as you can know about it. But these people don't, because they're either trying to sell knockoff Arsenal shirts to make some money out of their Twitter account, or they're trying to be the next Charles Watts. It's a shambles. It is actually a shambles. Pep, Klopp, Tuchel, Conte, Ten Hag, Arteta. Reggie, it is actually mad. It is mad. I am going to read out the press conference from after the game in a minute. You take over, Lee, and sort this mess out. Sean, I'd love to be in that changing room for one day, mate. They wouldn't know what's hit them. They would not have a single idea what has hit them, my friend. Big up to Dynamo as well for your donation. What manager would you pick if you could get one in? Simeone in a heartbeat. Yeah, but again, Arsenal fans don't like Simeone. Oh, it's boring football. Since when's winning been boring? The guy won the league last season. Boring, yeah? Okay, big up Tom Ryder for the donation as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, my friend. I hope you're well. Did you see the Darwin Núñez masterclass yesterday? No, and to be honest with you, I'm already getting sick and tired of hearing this guy's name. And the majority of our fans already have said, oh, let's go and get him. So now, on that basis, I don't want him. Anyone that the majority of this fan base start jizzing over, I ain't interested. Do you remember when they were jizzing over Odegaard? Yeah, you do realise that this channel was getting heat Yeah, everyone that watches it on a regular will know that I was getting bashed because I wanted Maddison. I wanted Maddison. Yeah, how many goals has Maddison scored this season playing for Leicester, by the way? I think he's got 9 assists as well. 14, is it 13 or 14? Let's have a little look. 13 or 14 goals he's got, yeah? Let's have a little look at Maddison's stats this season and compare it to Gibraltar Guard. All competitions. James Maddison. Oh, but yeah, some of that's in the Conference League. Yeah, that's in Europe. You mean the European competitions that our manager didn't qualify us for. Maddison has got 14 goals, 9 assists. Let's have a little look at Gibraltar Guard. 8 and 5 of them. 8 goals, 5 assists in the league, yeah? Odegaard stats, yeah? Have a look at this creative spark that we needed. The club captain at the weekend. The one that all the girls were saying, my prince is the captain. In 12 appearances less, this guy has 6 goals, 4 assists, 6 in the goals in the league, 3 assists in the league. So again, Maddison slapped him there as well, didn't he? Yeah, but I was in the mud because he scored a free kick against Burnley. Turn it in, you weirdos. Anyway, let's get up the most fraudulent manager in the league's press conference from after the game the other day. After I read this super chat from SG, I meant to write that Arteta should apply for Burger King to clean the toilets. Oh, thank you. I get it now. Thank you. Get out of the club. Big up to you, mate. Appreciate the love again. Thank you very much, my friend. Big up to everyone who's watching. 1,400. The math ain't mathing on the likes, though, people. We are currently sat on 408 likes. Big up to Isco. 3-month member today. Can you see the football Brighton plays? CR7, who is 37, has more goals at that age in one season than Laka in 2.5 years. Wow. There you go. Funny that, because when Unai Emery was manager, Laka was scoring loads of goals, wasn't he? Kind of weird how it's all gone pot, isn't it? Big up to everybody who's in the chat. Exactly, Denzel. How is winning boring? Yeah, how is winning boring? Go and ask Atletico Madrid fans if they're bored. Yeah, go and ask them. Go and ask them if they're bored of watching Simeone continuously compete with Real Madrid and Barcelona, continually get into European Cup competition finals, 2 Champions Leagues, minutes from winning one of them, by the way, literally 1 minute away from winning one of them finals. And obviously Sergio Ramos stepped up and the rest is history after that. But to compete, oh, actually, and let's not forget, he did actually win the Copa del Rey at Real Madrid's ground, and he did win the league at Barcelona's ground as well once. So yeah, how is that even possible when you're Atletico Madrid? But no. Arsenal fans are still stuck in 2004, thinking that every single manager we get has to play free-flowing, attacking football. No, I'd rather just have winning football. How about that? Yep, I'd take 1-0 to Arsenal week after week if it was sustainable. But unfortunately, mate, this ain't George Graham. This is Mikel Arteta. Big up to Live You Stan. Subscribe, my bro. Thank you very much, man. Big up to everybody who's watching as well. Hit these likes up. Big up to all the members in the chat as well. Shithouse in every team in the league would be a beautiful sight. I'd love Simeone. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Do you imagine him walking into that dressing room with Granit Xhaka crying about, oh, you don't know how hard it is for us. Get out of here. Madness. Anyway, let's read this fraudulent managers. Oh, Torreira scored the winner at the weekend, by the way, for Fiorentina. Let's have a little look at Loan Watch on Arsenal website. Lucas Torreira played 90 minutes and scored the winner in their 1-0 victory over Venezia. Never heard of them. William Saliba had a busy week, featuring twice for Marseille. Our defender played the entirety of the French side's 1-0 win at PAOK in their Europa League second leg. Marseille will now face Feyenoord in the semi-final. Saliba also played the full match against PSG, and they lost 2-1 to PSG. Matteo Guendouzi also played in both of them games as well. Pablo Mari played the entirety of Udinese's 4-1 win over Empoli. Hector Bellerin played the full match to help Real Betis keep a clean sheet in their 0-0 draw with Real Sociedad. That keeps them 5th in the league. Reece Nelson played 67 minutes, whereas Feyenoord beat Slavia. Oh, all of our loan signings are doing all right then, aren't they? Mavropanos played the full match as they drew. Stuttgart drew with Mainz 0-5. Florian Balogun was an 82-minute substitute and drew 0-0 with Bournemouth. Brooke Norton-Cuffy, never heard of him, played the full match and assisted as Lincoln lost 3-2 to Pompey. Jordi Asai Tutu was in action twice for Rotherham. Our young player played 84 minutes in a 3-0 defeat, and then to Portsmouth, and then 89 in their 1-0 win over Ipswich. I'm not even going to bother reading the rest. I ain't heard of any of them. But anyway, RIP to Steve Rowley as well. Sad news that he passed away. And he was very influential with the club and had been associated with it since the 80s as well. He was one of our youth scouting operations staff back in the day under Wenger. He was our chief scout, held the position until 2017. So, yeah, sad news that he's passed away. I think he was the scout for Tony Adams as well, if I believe rightly. So, yeah, sad news about that. Let's also go to, let's read this out. There was homophobic abuse at the Brighton fixture. Oh, how very classy of the classy club. Wow. There we go. We've been made aware of incidents of homophobic abuse at our home fixture against Brighton and Hove Albion on Saturday. Last Saturday, obviously. Arsenal should be a safe and welcoming environment for everybody, and we want to clear that kind of discriminatory abuse and make it clear that it is not welcome at our club. We can confirm 2 supporters were ejected from the stadium as we stepped up stewarding operations in the areas where abuse was reported. Incidents were reported and now being investigated by the club, and will take the strongest possible action against the perpetrators who can be identified. We'd also like to remind supporters that homophobic abuse is a hate crime and punishable by the law. Think before you chant. Well, yeah, there you go. They ejected him from the stadium, so they didn't give him over to the police then. Wow. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Here we go. Now, Arteta on defeat, taking chances, and the top 4. I hope you're all sitting down for this, because this is the most fraudulent press conference I've ever spoken to you guys about. Full transcript. What did you make of today's result? Difficult to explain because this is football, and it's not basketball. With any other sport, you win games very comfortably, and you are talking about different things. Difficult to explain considering the performance to lose the football match. At the end of the day, it's decided in the boxes. They score 1 goal, and for the amount of time that we spent around their box and the shots that we had and the situations and the clear-cut chances we had, we didn't put them in the goal. No shit, Sherlock. Because they had an exceptional goalkeeper today. Well, I didn't think any of his saves were really exceptional. It was just our finishing was pony. And we didn't have enough quality and enough capacity to break them down when we had the numbers to do so. What has basketball got to do with this, by the way? What has basketball got to do with this? I don't really get it. This guy says Tom Canton indirected you. Bruv, I genuinely could not give 2 fucks. That guy's been Arteta out for about a year and sits on his channel pretending he's Arteta in, tells friends that I know that he's Arteta out but doesn't want to associate with me. But it doesn't matter. At least he got his gig at Football London because he didn't want to be a teacher anymore. Most condescending piece of shit I've ever met in my life. So fuck him. Yeah. Good luck to him indirecting me. Good. He can say what he wants. And guess what? So can I. And there's nothing he's going to do about it. Motherfucker. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's continue. How big of a missed opportunity does it feel like given the Spurs result? He said huge, because for somebody that doesn't know the result and is watching the game, you know that what they will tell you, that Arsenal won the game and we didn't. Anybody who's watching the game will tell you that Arsenal won the game if they didn't know the result. Well, if they're watching the game, they'd know the result. This guy is getting paid £8.3 million a year for this, by the way. It's very disappointing and difficult to explain with words, but this is sport. It's what makes it different to any other. So why did you mention... Oh, again, he mentions it again. Because, again, in basketball, you have 25 shots and the winner has 1. You win 10 out of 10 times. Maybe we should call up Michael Jordan out of retirement and get him up front then. I don't know. Maybe this guy could actually go and manage a basketball team. I don't know. And whether not taking the chances is what's separating us from the top sides. What a dumb question. It is what we have. The players that we have, they haven't done it in this league. Well, you signed them, Mikel. And Lacazette's been in the league for 4 years. Xhaka has been in the league for 5 years. What's that all about? When you have a world-class player that has been playing in the league for 10 years, you're probably not sitting here. Or maybe you should have gone and signed a world-class player then, mate, instead of sitting there, signing up a youth project, lowering the standards of my football club, you absolute bent backwards fuck. But I'm the first one to defend them, to support them. You see how hard they tried. And it's the only way to do this is to insist. Can you stop, mate? I'm doing a press conference reaction here. Told you every day this kid don't stop. Is to insist what happened today and might happen next week and next month. How is he planning? 1 second, let me close this door. And now it's all kicking off at the toll road. There's fisticuffs at the toll road. How's he planning on improving our goal threat in upcoming games? He said, when something clicks and instead of the ball hitting the post like it did twice last week and hit the goalkeeper, it gets deflected and goes outside. Instead, it goes in. All right, so you're relying on deflected goals now, yeah? Well done, mate. This is very difficult to predict because to create more, I can't remember a game where Arsenal has played with this team where they have created and dominated in a game much more and better than this. Can somebody remind this guy that we don't actually dominate? We didn't dominate. We dominated possession. Possession don't win football matches. Scoring goals does, and keeping clean sheets or scoring more than the opponent does. This guy is actually a clown. I genuinely don't understand how people are sitting here lapping this crap up on a weekly basis. For the people who have just dropped super chats in the last couple of minutes, I will come back to them. I'm going to read some more comments out as well after that. So stick around, people. Fire the likes up. There is 1,400 people in here. We're on 500 likes. You lot are shambles. You lot are moving like Granit Xhaka. Oh, you don't know what I've been through. Turn it in. Come on, people. Get these likes up. But there we go. He then said... blah, blah, blah. But the result is what is at the end, and we need to be where we have to be. Well, where's that then? The result is what it is at the end, and we need to be where we have to be. The question you asked straight back, oh, so where'd you have to be, Mikel? You got another question, Charles? Absolutely clapped. Did you notice they didn't send out the club captain to do an interview after the game as well? They sent Sambi Lokonga, a child. Well done. But if we're not going to be able to do that, we're not going to be there, are we? It's as simple as that. But if you don't have enough quality, because you don't have enough quality to be there, because you have to win football matches and to score more goals. But that's the problem that we have at the moment. So he's basically saying we ain't got enough quality. Well, you signed the players. You lowered the standards. You got rid of Aubameyang. You got rid of Saliba. You got rid of Doozy. You got rid of Maitland-Niles. You got rid of Torreira. You got rid of other players in this squad that could have done a job. So don't you dare sit there with your piss poor excuses now, Mr. Mikel Arteta. Cheers. How difficult is it to pick the squad up after this defeat? They are really down today. Oh, you don't know what they're going through. Oh, it's so difficult. Wasters. They are down because they cannot find the right answer apart from what can we do better around the box and not win the match. That's the frustration. When somebody is better than you, you can shake their hands and you have to do something. You have to believe in yourself, that you have to be critical of yourself. But when it's happening the way it's happened, apart from 25 minutes against Palace and some period against Brighton in the first half, it's difficult to explain. No, Mikel, it's your piss poor tactics. And whether Lacazette might return to action, he said it would depend on his negative test and whether he's feeling better and if the symptoms have gone and if he's available to play. If. Okay. If me auntie had balls, she'd be me uncle. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. It's actually crap, isn't it? We have to put up with this manager until we actually lose some more games and he gets sacked. So roll on Wednesday. Big up to Chelsea. We know Lukaku's going to score. That's already given. Maybe, just maybe, if we do get humiliated 4-5 on Wednesday, they might just sack him. So we're all Chelsea on Wednesday, right? Or are we waiting for United? because, he might turn the corner. He won't. Ronaldo will also score. How do you spend 165 million, more than any other club in the world, and get worse? Big up to Bar Vikings 23. It's so true. 250 million to get worse. We were actually better in the league under Unai Emery. And when people were sitting there cussing me the other day saying, would you take Sean Dyche? If I remember rightly, Sean Dyche got his team into Europe. This guy hasn't. What do I know? What do I know? Sean Dyche got Burnley into Europa League, didn't he? Back in Wenger's last season, I believe it was. Mad, isn't it? Actually mad. Arteta using football to become a basketball coach. Big up to my boy DVS. Sure is a nice tan you got there, Gunner. It's probably the lighting, because I look a bit peaky, if I'm honest. I'm getting a bit of a tan. My tan's coming back, but yeah, I've been sat out on the patio today, man. Just trying to get my tan back, mate. But summer is well and truly here. It's 27, 28 degrees today. Absolutely loving life, mate. And I hope you and the family are well, my friend. Hope you are well, and appreciate the love, buddy. Even the cars are bibbing the kid. No, that was all kicking off, mate. There was people having a fist fight. First fight I've ever seen in Spain. They were actually like proper trying to swing at each other, and all the cars were tooting. I don't know whether the guy couldn't. I don't know whether he couldn't get through the toll road because he had no money or something. I don't know. Hats off, Lee, says Malteser, because you was right from the beginning about Arteta. He's so clueless. Well, I didn't want to rewrite, but I've seen the story a million times before, mate. And I actually watched that show I did in 2019 back this morning, and it's kind of mad how much I predicted, right? It's actually getting quite a lot of views as well, believe it or not. Big up to Saggy Sacks. Hope you're well, buddy. Lee, no lie, I think that means. No lie. Been supporting Arsenal over 30 years. My son is a United fan, and I get more enjoyment taking him to Old Trafford than I do watching Arsenal at the moment. That's actually kind of tragic, isn't it, mate? Really, let's be real. It's actually very tragic. And yeah, it's mad. It's actually mad, mate. And yeah, they're not that great either, are they? But you know they're going to beat us on Saturday. You know it's coming. And thank you for the donation, my friend. Appreciate the love. It was 2017-18 that Burnley qualified for Europe. This manager still can't. Big up to Alex. This fan base make me cringe and itch. Keep being you, mate, and keep telling it as it is. I'm totally with you. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Can't wait for your stream with Rants tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, anyone who's joined late, the show with Rants is going to be tomorrow now, 4 o'clock. So big up to all of you lot. Big up to Indigo Guna. We've got mediocre Arteta. He doesn't know what we need. Shambles at the back. Nothing in attack. Arsenal on their way to Conference League. That is sticking. We've got mediocre big Arteta. He doesn't know what we need. Shambles at the back. Nothing in attack. We're on our way to Conference League. All together now. We've got... That's class. Did you make that up yourself? That's class, my friend. Big up to Troy as well. Canton and Simio are condescending, obnoxious. And I actually like Harry. I can't stand Canton. I actually like Harry. I don't listen to his views, and when I do, I just cringe on like, Harry, come on, man. But Harry's actually a nice guy. I like him. But yeah, as for him, mate, Jesus Christ. Always frame their point using strawman to give the moral high ground. This is why I don't watch it, mate. This is why I don't watch it. Thank you for that, Troy. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love, my friend. I hope you're enjoying Easter Monday. You look like Graham Potter. I wish I had his bank balance. Oh dear. Big up Stephen Gillespie. Do you think Rangers can win the Europa? 100% they can. It'd be wicked if it was Rangers against West Ham final. That'd be sick. Battle of Britain. The Battle of Britain, my friends. 6-0 Chelsea on Wednesday. Deja vu of Wenger's 1000th game. Bring it on. I'm all for it, mate. I might go and get some popcorn again. That'd be sick. That might get him out. That would be 4 straight losses in the Premier League. First time we would have ever done that, I believe. I think that would be the first time we've ever lost 4 straight games in the Premier League. Big up from Ireland says, see us crimes. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Don't get why young Arsenal fans are happy with being losers. I'm 23 and followed LFC since I was 5. Had to see United win trophies every year. Never happy being in the top 4. Exactly. The only way you're happy being top 4 is if you come first. And big up to you for having standards, mate. Big up to you. And listen, good luck for the rest of the season, man. You got a proper manager, proper team. And yeah, I'm kind of gel. I can't lie. Scenes if Villarreal win the Champions League with Emery. Bro, that'd be hilarious. I can't lie. Yeah, I might actually go and get a Villarreal shirt with Unai Emery's name on the back of it anyway. Unai Emery and number 1. Actually, he's won 4 Europa Leagues. He's won 4 Europa Leagues. So I could go and get Unai Emery number 5 because obviously add the Champions League on as well. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Villarreal shirt next season just for the banter. Don't forget the non-existent midfield. Yes, come on, Sophie, darling. Of course. Lee's criticism is what every Arsenal fan should understand. It's all truth and no BS. Exactly. People don't like it because I just go for everyone. I don't give a toss. Yeah, at the end of the day, I genuinely couldn't care less what people think. Like this guy. I know all about your surname, but not convinced you're a gooner. I'm not a gooner. I weren't in the firm, mate. Yeah, because if you know anything about Arsenal, which I'd suggest you probably do with your profile picture being Highbury, you'd know that the term gooner is what was the firm. I weren't in it. I'm a gunner. Yeah, which is why when people sit on it saying, oh, I'm a gooner. No, you're not. If you want our team to lose, weird time. No, what's weird is you not understanding the concept behind it. You're happy to keep Mikel Arteta when we've lost 3 games in a row, don't look like scoring any goals. And if we go and get a draw against Chelsea and then lose to Man United, just still keep him. No, fuck that. Get battered by Chelsea, get battered by Man United, 5 straight losses, 2 big embarrassing batterings by them 2, battered by Palace already, then he'll be sacked. Yeah, then, just then, we might actually get our football club and our standards of the football club back. Yeah, because the day this manager's sacked is going to be the most viewed stream I've ever done. Yeah, and I'm telling you, saying nobody can talk to me about this manager. Nobody can talk to me about any other manager ever again. I called this with this manager nearly 2.5 years ago. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's mad. How I've got pretty much everything spot on about this manager from 3 weeks before he was announced as manager is insane. Maybe you lot should stop listening to your fucking Arsenal family. Yeah, because they're not your family. If you're skint and you've got no money and you can't put electric on your meter, mate, the Arsenal family are going to come around and top you up. They ain't, are they? They don't know who you are. It's just a nice word to you. Oh, we're the Arsenal family on Twitter. You fucking clapped people, man. Yeah, get some fucking life. Get a life. Anyway. I'm getting out of here. I've done nearly an hour. I was only going to do 45s, but big up. You've had an extra 15 minutes out of me. Big up to Andre as well. Andre, I don't know. Big up to you, my friend. This club is finished, mate, because there's thousands upon thousands of these people that chat absolute bollocks. But there we go. There we go. I'm having a party when he's sacked. There you go. Happy days. Go on, girl. Go on. Lee saw this in the crystal ball 2.5 years ago. Mate, the amount of idiots that have run their gums to me for 2.5 years, yeah. And I've seen this guy. Let me just come back to this. Divisive ranting. Yeah, well, maybe if you lot started listening to me 2.5 years ago, I wouldn't have to scream and shout so much because you would have all been on the same page 2.5 years ago instead of pretending to be liked. Because you want to be liked by people that you don't know instead of actually telling the truth. Because I could list 100 people on social media that I know of or I know directly that have been Arteta out for a long time. They have big platforms, a lot of these people, but they don't want to say it because they'll get abuse because they've seen the abuse I get. Yeah, that to me is called a fucking coward. Yeah, I'm not here to be liked. I couldn't give 2 shits who you are, bro. Yeah, and good luck to you and your life and your family and all of that. Genuinely couldn't care less what you think of me. Because you ain't paying my bills, you ain't fucking me, and you ain't feeding me. So why do I give 2 fucks what anyone thinks if they don't like me? You ain't tucking me in at night, mate. You ain't tucking me in at all. Yeah, you're just crying in a chat that I'm divisive. No, I'm actually one of the only people on this platform that's actually keeping the football club to the standards that I was brought up on. It's mad. It's actually mad. What's the beer you're drinking today, my friends? It's called Suave. Bit like me. No, it's actually pronounced suave. Suave. But yes, very nice. For 12 of these tiddlers, like most of the Arteta fans' little winkies, tiddlers, 12 of these, €2.64. Absolute bargain. So I'm going to take my skinny little ass off to my patio and enjoy the rest of the evening looking at the sea. So all have a wonderful evening. I won't be back again on here. I will be back on Goonies channel in hour and 45 minutes. Man knows football. So before you all leave, I'll be back with rants tomorrow, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. tonight. Sorry, 8 p.m. Spanish time, 7 p.m. UK time. I am on with Man Knows Football. 618 likes. Anyone who hasn't liked it, there is still 1,300 here. Quickly, bish, bash, bosh up the likes before you leave. Let's get that well over 750 quickly. And I'll do 3 more comments while we're doing it. Big up for, and I respect your opinions, but it is what it is. That's life. Listen, everyone's got an opinion. They're like arseholes, bro. Yeah, but people that want to come and watch me and then start chatting shit to me, don't expect not to get it back. I don't understand why people want to chat shit. If I don't like somebody, I don't watch it. Like, do you know what I mean? I genuinely don't watch it. I get sent the odd clips here and there. That's it. I don't actually go and actively subscribe or watch these channels. Yeah, it's mad. I don't get it. I find it mad. Would you take Rooney at Arsenal? Never. And I'm doing one more comment. We'll end on that one. Demon Nats. I'm a big fan of you, Lee. It's my birthday. Big up to you. Happy birthday, my friends. And I hope you're well. I hope you're very well, mate. I hope you're very well. And thank you very much, mate. And David, I'm going to end on this one as well. David Keefe says, Lee, you speak for me when I remember the great Arsenal days and we put up with this shit now. Exactly, mate. Do you know what? And this is what I find funny about a lot of people. You're decisive. You're divisive. You're divisive. Oh, you're so toxic and negative. But I came and clicked on your video anyway. You absolute melts. Yes, they all sit and watch it. I know that every single channel that don't like me, every single person that don't like me sits and watches this every day. Yeah, every day. Yeah, so big up to you, man. Appreciate all of you. Yeah, because you're putting the views up. You're getting the algorithm firing. The unique viewership goes up, which is people that have never seen my channel. The CPM, the RPM goes up because you'll sit and watch it all, which means the average watch time's high. So thank you very much. Appreciate each and every one of you. Whether you like me, hate me, want to stab me to death, I genuinely don't care. So all have a wonderful evening. I do care about the ones that do like me, because obviously you're the real ones. But anyway, we're out of here. Arteta out. Clap Fanbase out. Laters.